What's up, guys? It's been a while, I know, yes. I have been doing pretty well lately. Joe's getting way better. His nose right here is our only issue that we're worried about right now. He has learned to pick his scabs, so it's starting to get to the point of putting something on it. We don't put anything drastic, just Vaseline or petroleum jelly. Let's see. I'm doing much better. I don't feel any sickness or anything anymore. That's one of the main reasons I've been off lately. Normally I'm trying to make videos. I've been trying, but I could not get rid of a cough for some reason. And stretch. Oh, okay. I could not get rid of a cough, could not get rid of the sickness. My chest was hurting, my ribs were hurting. But I am way better now, guys. Yes. Today is supposed to be a good day, says weather. But my mom says it's supposed to be so cold that nobody can do anything. I want to go out today and try and do some things. It's still semi-early. It's almost 12:30. But I'm already cold in here, guys. For real. I cleaned out Joe's crib. I made it look pretty decent. I cleaned my room, which it needed it. I made him have a little playpen area. I don't know if I had that here earlier, but I've got him a playpen that he can play in that he uses now. I had the crib and the playpen already. I just never had them in my room, and now they're in my room, and he can use them, and I don't have to leave the room, and it makes me feel so much better because I just don't like leaving my room because I'm a lonerish type person. I was almost forced to go to church today, which I really didn't want to do, because church, guys, I'm a Christian-ish, but I don't like being forced to go to church. It's one of those, I'll go on my own terms. I shouldn't have to go every single Sunday. I'm not going to dedicate my life of every single Sunday doing something because it's just boring, okay? All you hear is the same stories over and over and over and over and over again. It's can you tell something different? I've heard this story 1,000 times. It's if you want to hear something different, you've got to read it, or you're not going to hear it. It's alright. Easiest way to explain it, guys, is, well, most spiders and stuff, they all look the same. Insects. You're going to see the exact same fly unless you look more into it. And pretty much with Christianity, you're going to see the same thing every time unless you look more into it. So you go look more into the Bible to... You know what I mean? It just irritates me that I hear the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I don't like hearing the same thing. I want to hear a different thing. I don't want to hear Noah's Ark 18 more times. I don't want to hear Adam and Eve's story 18 more times. Now, yes, I understand. To get more Christians and for them to learn, you have to tell that story. But why don't you make them read it so that, the older Christians can know something else? I have a son. He's going to rip up my Bible. I'm not going to be able to read it unless I put it on my phone. And my phone really doesn't have a lot of room because I don't have a large enough space. And I'd like to be able to hear something different for a change instead of the same thing over and over again. It's just it's just I don't like the thought of the same thing. Alright, how about this? I'll explain to you my religion. I'm a Christian. I just don't like having to go to church and listen to the same thing. So, in terms when my son goes to the church, I'll find one of the hidden Bibles that he's not ripped up, and I will read it, and then when it's about time they come home, I put the Bible up, and then I stop. It's way easier that way, because that way I can read what I want to learn about. Like, I can Google this, and then I can learn about it via the Bible. And I know everybody on this planet does not follow all the rules that their God says. Don't sit there and say, oh, I've never done this. Trust me, I know. I've lived 20 years. I know, not a long time. But I've lived 20 years. I know that everybody's a screw up and everybody's gonna end up doing something wrong with their religion. It's just human nature. Well, now that I'm done rambling on, I thought I'd tell you guys some things about me that would probably be more interesting. I don't wear dresses unless it's very formal. I don't like wearing dresses unless it's formal. Speaking of formal, guys, one of my family members died like a couple days ago, I think. He's having an Indian burial today. And I mean, I'm not really upset about it. It's just the thought of more family dying on me upsets me. The first person that I even remember that died on me is my papa. I'm gonna start crying. He was my favorite person, guys. I really loved him. We used to eat everything together, and like, he'd be like, "Don't tell Mimi," and I'd never tell her. And then, a little couple years later, somebody else died. I can't remember. But then, a couple more years later, my dad died. And then a couple more years later after that, my Mimi died. And then I just gave up on funerals pretty much. Because, well, alright. Long story short, guys, I gave up on funerals after my Mimi died because I couldn't do all of the funerals and dealing with everyone's death. So I gave up on dealing with them all the time because all the family I really care about's gone. So I've gave up on even thinking about it. I mean, yes, I'd be really upset if my son died. I'd be really upset if my sister or my mother died. But I'm not gonna dwell on it. There's no need to. Alright, guys. Let's get on a brighter subject. It actually looks really nice out. So, like I said, I'll probably go outside. I hear birds. Like, I really do. I hear birds. Like, I'm probably gonna check the temperature while they're gone, so I'll have to do that really soon. Alright, you know what? Since I can't think of nothing else, here's what we'll do. Here's his playpen, guys. See, looks better. Oh, looks better. Now, his crib, most of his stuffed animals are like right there in that corner. Over there. But over here ish in this area. See? That's his sleeping area. I know, there's a hanger. Yeah, hanger. That's for his suit when he gets home. And alright. Since I've showed you my room and I have really nothing else to say, I'm gonna go. I meant to make this way shorter than I did, guys. But I guess tell me what y'all are planning to do for the rest of the day, or for the day, or whatever time y'all got. Just tell me what you're gonna do now, or later on today, or later on tomorrow, or whatever. What you're gonna do in the future. How about that? What you plan to do for the future. What is your plans for the next few years ahead? What do you plan to do? And I guess if you're new, subscribe, and if you want to see all of my updates, there's a little bell button for that now. I don't like that button. I really don't. But they've made that button, so I guess if y'all want to see all my stuff and you want to get notified, go ahead and click that button. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go before they get home so I can check the weather and stuff. So bye guys. I'll see you soon. I'll try to update y'all again. Alright, bye.